What is going on, Dominators? David Dominator here, back with the playoff beard. Still going. The Knights just went to the Western Conference Finals for the fourth time in 6 years. But that's not why we're here. We're not here for a hockey video. We are here because this will be, at least for now, be my last video on the XFL of the 2023 season. So what I want to talk about here is the championship game, my thoughts on the season, the end, because I know I've been kind of absent the last few weeks, but it's almost been a month, I feel like. But it is what it is. I had to make sure that I put priorities, and I didn't want to make a constant video every single week. And then when I made the halfway point video, thoughts about the playoffs, I thought they were all right. I do think that I feel like they need to go to that format I said in the previous video, and if you guys don't remember, or if I didn't say it in that video, I think they should just have no conferences, and I think that as of right now, with only 8 teams, and the best 4 teams should go in, because St. Louis definitely should have been in this playoffs. I mean, I feel like the Renegades, who won the championship, had no right to be there when the Battlehawks clearly could have had an opportunity to be there. I don't know if that's everybody else's opinion. I know damn well that is mine. I feel like when you look at the teams that had poor seasons, it's like obviously the Brahmas, Orlando, and Vegas all had bad seasons, but DC had a great season. Seattle had a good season. Houston had a good season, kind of rough towards the end. And Renegades had a losing record going into the playoffs. So I really just think it was weird. They obviously, in the semifinals, they beat the Roughnecks, which was a big win. And it was kind of cool to see Luis Perez, fucking have his signature behind me. And I think it's cool that, he won the championship. It was a good championship game. I think it did kind of get out of hand, but luckily for the XFL, the rules and stuff. Overall, if I had to say what was this season, was it successful? Was it a bust? I think it was 100% successful. I think it was probably the best that they could have done. They went through a full year, full playoffs, and they had a lot of people, and they still will have a lot of people sign deals with all of these guys and all of these teams. Already they are building so many teams, have signed these guys to camps, their rookie camps, and some guys have even gotten contracts for their roster to go on to the preseason and mini camp. So it's good to see that guys are already getting opportunities. A guy like Jordan Teamu, who's already said that he wants to come back next season for 2024 for the XFL, which is, in my opinion, kind of really good for the XFL. You want to have players that want to come back. The question is, let's just say he gets an offer with another team. I don't think he would go back to the spring league, but I don't think he would go. Like right now, I don't think he would go to the USFL. I think he would stick with the XFL. But I'm assuming if he got a contract offer that he would take it, or even just to offer to go with the rookie camp, or maybe he sees an opportunity that I've seen in a lot of guys where, if you're not going to be a starter in the NFL, or you don't want to even be a backup, that you could be a starter in the XFL and be a face of a league or a pioneer. Because even if he stays another season, he could probably still make a big name for himself, an even bigger name for himself. But to get onto this, I think that it was a good playoffs. Like I said, I really wish it was just more of the winning teams instead of just the losing teams. I mean, I forgot whatever, but let's just be honest. This division was better. They had one shitty team in it, and it was perfect. 3 teams were great. Vegas was obviously the bad one. This team, all teams struggled. Every team struggled. Houston had their ups and downs, but I think obviously when you look at it, you're like, 2 teams are not the best, and Roughnecks weren't that good either. But I'm already thinking that USFL is going to have a problem, and I don't know if I'll make this in this video or not, but the USFL, I have not found it enjoyable. I tried to watch it the first week, but it was in the second week, and it was the same old mumbo jumbo as last year. I don't like that there's no fans. I don't like that there's nobody attending, and I did like the Michigan going to Michigan playing a game, but even then it just still felt weird to have no fans. Like I watched a highlight today, and there was no fans in the stands, and it's kind of like, I understand the way of you're saving money, but I think that you're also wasting a perfect opportunity to make money. I think the XFL championship did really well. I mean, when you look at the stadium, it did sell out completely, but it did get a lot of butts and seats, and it was pretty much a full atmosphere, and I liked it. So, um, would I say that the 2023 season was a success? I do. They're already coming back for next year, and I can't wait. It's going to be an opportunity to see where they go. I'm interested in what they do and if they decide to get more rights, because I know the USFL has already um, signed rights to team names, and I think that they're already getting ready to expand, maybe 8 more teams, and it's getting pretty serious. So a team like an XFL, if they need to stay on top of their game, I don't think they'll introduce uh, teams in the league yet. Obviously, I could be wrong, but I just don't see it happening. Um, so it's going to be an interesting road ahead. I mean, I don't know if they'll really make any other XFL content until unless something crazy happens, like a merger, somebody gets like a new positioning, a big deal situation. I'm not gonna really do focus on USFL that much, so I really am not I'm not in tune to watch it. It was boring to me, so yeah, like I said, what did I think about the XFL? I think it did great. I think it learned a lot from its first year. And if I had to say one thing I would change about this season was two things. I would change the marketing. Three things. I would change the marketing to get this bigger around the areas and around the cities. Number two would have been get Vegas a real place to play and not that rinky-dink stadium. And three would be I do think to make games a little more entertaining, I do think that they should have I think that they need extra kicks. I think that that 1 point needs to be a kick. Um, I mean, I just don't think. I mean, the 1 point conversions are cool and stuff, and the 3 points, but I think there's that point of a game where I feel like if the game still had field goals, I would be more comfortable in them going with field goals. Now I understand that maybe if teams had field goals, they wouldn't use the extra point system, but you think about it, it's like you have that 3 point extra point. It's like this game. I mean, this one game with Dallas, it's like defenders. They could have easily had a different slate. I think the best things for the XFL is they showed a lot of promise in different areas. I think officiating is still going to be a point, and I think it's going to be what we should look at. I think there needs to be an actual real set of standards here. So, uh, and to pretty much round this video out, I don't know if they're going to change a lot. The only thing I think they would change is, I think everyone's going to stay the same. I don't think they're going to pull a USFL where they're going to take a team out and put another one in. I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, if they did, I feel like they would do that for Vegas, just for now. Pull them out. They'll come back later, but they just pull them out now so you can get a real stadium. Like, I think Vegas needs a real stadium to play at, and it just can't be at Cashman. I don't think they should play another year at Cashman. They might do it, but I think it's a waste of time, and I don't think it's worth anybody's. I don't think it's worth anybody's time to try to waste to play at that arena and that stadium. So we're gonna see. Obviously, things could change in a few years, and maybe if who knows if XFL has a shit ton of money, maybe they'll just be like, you know what, we'll just build our own arena or something. So I do think they should go to Bishop Bourne. And other than that, I think everyone had fun. I do think they need to just get at this point. You put your foot in the ground. Year 2 is going to be the year of what do we need to add and what do we need to fix. I think they're going to promote better. I think they're going to do all this other stuff better. I think the main thing they need to do is just look at year 2 and just be like, all right, now what can we do? Because you're going to be competing for the USFL for a while. So it's going to be interesting. So thank you guys for following the XFL with me. I know you guys have seen me from the rumors to this. You guys will still see me around once again if there's big news. Big news, big rumors, big things that happen in the league. and we're gonna see what happens. I hope that every team, uh, somebody on their staff, whether it's coaches and players, I hope they all get signed to certain deals. I hope they all have an opportunity to play, and even if they don't stay on the 53-man roster or practice squads, I think the fact that they know that they're close and they can come back to the XFL is already a good thing, that we have that players now have a safety net to go to. So, um, guys, I would honestly like to see, and we will talk about this when it gets closer, but guys, I would like to see, like, guys that never really got a full chance, or everyone just doesn't give, like, doesn't think has it. Mason Rudolph, like, why not? Like, he hasn't signed anywhere. Why not see what he could do? Drew Lock might be that in a few years. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next few years for the NFL and XFL players, and I'm here for it. Thank you guys for watching this video. And all these videos, to be honest. I will still be around. Follow my Twitter. I always use that. My Instagram, my YouTube, obviously, to see any more of my content, and my Twitch, where I try to stream at least every other week, a lot every other week. So thank you guys. Like this video, subscribe, follow, expand the brand. Let me know if you want me to do anything new in these videos, or try to do something better, and to make it more enjoyable for you. Let's keep expanding the brand and making a name, and having fun. So have a good day, night, whenever you're watching this, and good day.